Welcome to DTU Studio and this podcast series by Delhi Technological University. Today we have with us Mr. Praveen Sinha, a distinguished alumnus of Delhi Technological University, and many in the startup world look up to him. Mr. Praveen Sinha is the founder and managing director of PinCap Capital. He is also widely celebrated as the co-founder and former managing director of Jabong.com. As the driving force behind Jabong's rapid rise, since its inception in 2011, he helped shape one of India's leading fashion e-commerce platforms. Currently, he leads PinCap Capital, an alternative lending platform that addresses the credit needs of MSMEs, fueling India's growth from the grassroots. Praveen's entrepreneurial journey is nothing short of inspiring. He has built a reputation for scaling businesses from the ground up and leading them to industry prominence. His path to becoming a celebrated business leader exemplifies resilience, vision, and the power of hard work. Before entering the startup world, he held positions at McKinsey & Company, Maruti Suzuki, and Microsoft. Beyond his own ventures, Mr. Sinha is a passionate angel investor and mentor to budding entrepreneurs. He actively advises venture capital firms on investment strategies, return optimization, and serves as an external member of the Committee of Startups, which is part of PSU Fund to invest in startups. Mr. Sinha's impact has been recognized by Fortune India, which featured him in its prestigious 40 Under 40 list in 2014, highlighting his significant contributions as a young business leader. As alumnus of Delhi College of Engineering from Electrical Engineering batch, class of 2001, and he's an MBA graduate from IIM Calcutta in 2008. Mr. Praveen Sinha continues to inspire students and entrepreneurs alike, embodying the spirit of innovation and leadership that defines DTU's legacy. Mr. Sinha, welcome to your alma mater.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure it's a proud moment for you.
Absolutely. I think not only for me, but definitely for my parents, they will feel more proud than what I'm feeling now.
Great. So we thank you for taking time out and agreeing to be a part of this podcast series.
Thank you.
So we started this series recently, where the idea is to engage in insightful conversations with people who have been associated with DTU, and who have actually made a difference in the society. So the idea is to engage in conversations, and through their experiences and stories, we aim to bridge the past with the present.
Absolutely.
And inspire future generations, with the invaluable knowledge and wisdom which they bring to us.
I think that's a very terrific initiative. And I have already seen a lot of such initiatives coming out of our campus, which is a good thing. And not only for startup ecosystem, but overall for the professional growth, career and networking for the alumni and the students. So a great initiative again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's start from the beginning, from your college days when you were in Delhi College of Engineering. So please share some experiences from those times and the lessons you have learned while you were at DTU.
Definitely, I think it's very nostalgic to go back to those days, and younger and college days are always, at least for me, I have a lot of fond memories of that.
Mm-hmm.
But before I start sharing my own experience, I have to add some caveat to it.
Mm-hmm.
One, I think when we started somewhere in 1997, I would say the kind of opportunities that were available were limited. Not only from a personal point of view, that what I really wanted to be in my professional life, and two, in terms of other than joining a company, startup was not something which many students were seeking.
Yes.
So why I'm adding this is because my experience might not be fully relevant to today's situation. But, or having said that, I feel that there were many takeaways which are still relevant and that are added advantage. If I was in today's batch, I think the campus provides significant exposure and opportunities. So one, definitely interactions with the founders who have done it, experience or interactions with government officials. There's a lot of interactions has started happening.
What's your approach to solving the problems or the challenges and leading teams through the uncertain times? Because you have to keep your team together as well.
Correct.
In the idea to make anything successful.
Absolutely.
So what's your approach to that?
So again, there are different leadership styles. I'll share mine, and I can operate in two modes. But my natural mode is collaborative and transparent.
Yeah.
So generally the way I approach is that if there is a problem, we are in it together.
Yeah.
But in the team also you'll have to dissect them. Some of them are very good in contingent situation. Some are very good planners, but if there is a contingency, they don't operate. So you just have to accept the way they are. And once you have accepted and you're aware, your basic foundation remains the same, but your approach to communicate changes. For example, someone who is very mature and can handle, you tell them exactly how and what needs to be done. But for someone who has anxiety as part of their behavior and character, first you need to give them comfort, not based on false narrative, but based on your conviction. If I am going to act, there is an uncertain situation, I also don't know the outcome. But I have a solution in my mind, and internally I am convinced that if I try, there is a very high probability that I will be successful. So to the first guy, I'll be direct in terms of my communication. This needs to be done, blah, blah, blah. With the second who has an anxiety approach, I'll have to first give him or her comfort in terms of why are we in control. So it might seem the situation is not solvable, but we have a way out. So there is no need to panic, number one, and there are people who will address it. Second is, if we each play our role, there is a very high degree that will come out of it. So that's one communication and taking them together. I have also seen, and I have seen some of my colleagues, founders, to operate, and one of my mentors also advised, was to block that communication. I'm not saying right or wrong approach. That is also feasible, but then it is, you have generalized your colleagues. I have applied a dissection approach. There was a standard approach that problem does not need to come down, otherwise it will impact their operations. So you keep it to yourself.
So what inspired you to focus on the MSME sector?
If you see, India has huge potential in terms of not only capable people and micro entrepreneurs. See, entrepreneurship we have glamorized to a large extent for only people who can build unicorns. How many unicorns will be built? I think we should also amplify and glamorize micro enterprise and micro entrepreneurs. A person with a salary of, let's say, 50 lakhs or even a crore can easily create an enterprise which will be a small size, let's say 10 people, 20 people, 5 crore revenue, 10 crore revenue, with their income profit of 1.5 to 2 crores. So financially they are well off, they have created employment, they have created wealth, because it's not only income, they have also created equity wealth. So it's a no-brainer. But I have always seen people jumping in with an aim to become a unicorn or to become very sizable, which is a good ambition and aspiration to have. But they are rare and few. I'm not saying don't aim for it, but it is a better opportunity than being salaried in many companies, provided you are built to be a founder or an entrepreneur. It's better off situation, because one, it creates employment, second, it creates income for you more than what you would have earned, and wealth, though it has more pressure. And so given this, why I digressed was during my e-commerce days and my Aquabrim days, what I realized is some of the vendors at our portal were selling, let's say, 10 lakh worth of product a week, which is like 40 lakhs a month. Now customer pays back online and cash on delivery, etc. The company needs to do a monthly reconciliation. So if they have sold 40 lakh worth of material, they will get payment after 45 days or 60 days. Now if they want to sell more, they need to buy their own product. Now they don't have capital, because they are micro enterprise. There is no VC behind them, nothing. Bank will not give loan unless you are 3-year history. There are a lot of conditions. Now they know they are growing, but they don't have capital. So my realization was that there are a lot of such people who, if enabled, can scale. It has its risk, which I knew, but I realized that it's more than what I anticipated in doing it. Was that ecosystem where equity is not given, but if I can ring fence the payment, I can at least provide them loan. For example, I create an escrow account where the payment guarantee because it's already sold, I know it will come after 45-60 days, and once it comes, bank can take the money from there. So till 60 days I can provide as a bank or an NBFC 40 lakhs. So his business will grow. So that was the idea, that there are a lot of such micro enterprises. And globally, what I am suggesting is called factoring, invoice discounting factoring. It's an off-balance, it's a bit technical for engineers now, it's a finance concept, that it's an off-balance sheet finance. Globally, off-balance financing is the major growth funnel of finance in all the developed countries. In India, it is very small. So one of the growth obstacle is because this informal invoice discounting, because business has been built, someone has to pay money to someone else. If that part can be captured, you amplify the growth. It has not been captured. So I thought we will be the first one. There were not many factoring people there. So we got a factoring license as well.
You have mentored and invested in many young entrepreneurs, right? So what qualities do you look for in an entrepreneur or in a startup? You know, when you look from the investor perspective.
See, for me, the founders are most important, because even if the idea might need a lot of modification, in fact, sometimes there is a total shift in the concept. But if the founders are good, they know how to maneuver, etc. So how motivated are they? How convinced are they? So that's the first segment. There is a specific idea which requires domain expertise. For example, we did a deep tech. Then one of the founders at least should have a very good understanding and experience in that domain. So that's the first layer. The second is on the idea itself. Then we try to filter the idea. What will keep them differentiated? Many people call what is the moat. Then competition. Will they be able to raise fund? Without fund, will they be able to handle? Will they be able to resist competition? So that's the second. And third, again, those are templatized assessment framework in terms of what problem are they solving, and what is their go-to market, what is the CAC, and how finally in stable stage what is the unit economics and the viability of the model. So, and some of the ideas are purely on instinct. because there is no framework in which I can assess those ideas. They are something which has not been proven, but it's a good concept. So then that's the second. And the third I also do, not necessarily equity, but CSR, or some of the friends come together, is impact. So I love meeting people who want to create something, and they fall under many categories, but I apply two categories. One is passion, and they might be different. Like some founders are purely passionate founders, and some are very well thought, planned. So I like both of them. But in passionate founders, I have also found that they might not be working purely for wealth creation. So for example, I met someone who was working, he was in job, but dedicated her life in saving accidental pets, be dogs, cows, etc. And I did not know her. Through a common reference I came to know. And even in the night, if there is a call, she would go and then help. She was bitten by dog thrice, and still she does it. So it's another level of extreme. I cannot do this kind of commitment. I can appreciate, I also want to do it, but I won't be. Then how do I support such people? So then we got our CSR fund to help her buy, through, not for her, but through the NGO that she can work, an ambulance for a pet, then food supply. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not only equity and startup, but also those CSR initiatives, CSR, impact fund, where probably equity will not come. I am part of some of the government initiatives where they have funds for grant as well. In fact, I am in one of the committees of IIM, which gives grant for students and even for people who want to do research-oriented work for agriculture. So they might not get the return, but the research work will be able to help many farmers or users. So I enjoy doing that, and hence I take out time for such initiatives. So these three parts, but I genuinely enjoy experiencing anything where something new is being created, and with a very positive set of people, not necessarily founders, but with the set of people. So my time goes there as well.
Great, great. Please share your thoughts on the entrepreneurship environment in India currently. You know, like so, we have at DTU, I'm sure you know that, you know, IF, Innovation and Incubation Cell at DTU, where we, you know, we have people like you coming in and mentoring students who want to go in for startup.
So my suggestion is, with this platform where you have incubation center, you have that ecosystem where all those inputs will come. So definitely one should experiment. Second, if this question was, let's say, in 2014, at that time this ecosystem was slightly influenced on the wrong metrics. So what used to happen was non-serious people. So experiment does not mean you are non-serious. When I serious, it's not you become very serious in your life. Sincere. When I experiment with sincerity. You don't experiment with, it's like, you know, time pass. No.
Right.
When you do it, जब कर रहे हो तो शिद्दत से करो.
Right.
और सिंसियरली करो, अच्छा रिजल्ट आएगा. तो वो समय 2014-15 में टूरिस्ट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आ गए, बिकॉज फंडिंग बहुत इजी हो गया. इफ यू आर फ्रॉम ए गुड कॉलेज विथ स्मार्ट आइडिया, you will get $500,000 to $1 million.
इवन अभी भी आ रहे हैं. आई हर्ड पीपल यहाँ से, मतलब वहाँ मास्टर्स कर रहे हैं यूएस वगैरह में या यूरोप में, एंड दे आर डूइंग अ गुड जॉब, दे कमिंग हियर, एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग विद देयर आइडियाज, स्पेंड अ ईयर और 2 हियर कि चलो अच्छा है, चल गया तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज दे विल गो बैक. नो थिंक लाइक दिस, एटलीस्ट आई एम meeting people like that.
तो उस समय क्या हुआ कि बहुत नॉन सिंसियर लोग फाउंडर भी आ गए, तो इकोसिस्टम थोड़ा ख़राब हो गया। अब वो ठीक है, उस समय क्या हुआ, लोगों ने प्रोडक्ट बनाने से ज़्यादा क्या बोला कि अभी ये कर लेता हूँ, अगला राउंड उठा लूँगा। तो रादर दैन बिजनेस कैसे बनाए, कॉन्वर्सेशन होने लगा अगला राउंड हायर वैल्यूएशन पे कैसे उठाए, जो कि ठीक है, बट तुम्हारा जो कोर है, पहले कोर समझो, कोर तो बिज़नेस बनाना था। बिज़नेस बन जाएगा तो पैसा बन ही जाएगा। तो सबने एक शॉर्टकट देख लिया कि बिज़नेस कौन बनाएगा, पैसा तो ऐसे ही बन जा रहा है, बाद में बिज़नेस फेल भी हो जाए तो पैसे तो बन ही गए। तो वो चीज़ें अब सुधर गई हैं काफ़ी हद तक, और बहुत अच्छे अच्छे इन्वेस्टर्स, फाउंडर्स मिल गए। तो पहला पॉइंट था कि आपका इकोसिस्टम बहुत अच्छा है। दूसरा पॉइंट था कि जो कल्चर ऑफ स्टार्टअप और इकोसिस्टम है वो अभी अच्छा है ना, कभी कभी इरैशनल हो जाता है, तो अभी अच्छा है तो वो करिए। तीसरा है फंडिंग, इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, गवर्नमेंट, और इतने वीसीज, माइक्रो वीसीज अभी इंडिया में हैं, फंड बहुत है, उनको एक अच्छा टीम चाहिए, अच्छा आइडिया चाहिए, वैल्यूएशन थोड़ा बढ़ा हुआ है जो अब करेक्ट हो रहा है। ये 3 फैक्टर हैं। चौथा, आप अगर देखेंगे तो बहुत सारे गवर्नमेंट के सिस्टम बने हैं, जैसे रेलवेज़ है, आईडेक्स है, उसमें वो एक प्रॉब्लम दे देते हैं कि हमारे देश में या तो सैटेलाइट स्पेस मिशन में ये प्रॉब्लम है, आप लोग सॉल्व कीजिए। जो जीत जाएंगे, आप सोल्यूशन प्रेजेंट करेंगे, जो जीत जाएंगे, अब इसका मान लेते हैं खर्चा है 20 करोड़ रुपए, तो वो संस्था बोलती है कि 10 करोड़ मैं दूंगी, बाकी आप फंड रेज कीजिए, और अगर आपने बना लिया तो मैं ही खरीद लूँगी। इससे बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल सकता। क्यों? क्योंकि एज ए स्टार्टअप फाउंडर आप कहाँ प्रॉब्लम में फंसते हैं, बनाने के लिए पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, और बन गया तो बिकेगा कैसे, कंज्यूमर कौन होगा मेरा, और इन्वेस्टर मतलब शुरू में, दोनों आपका डे ज़ीरो में सॉल्व है। तो अगर आप इसमें ध्यान लगाए और अच्छे से मेहनत करें, और कॉलेज में सबसे अच्छी बात क्या है, ये सब मैं टेक्निकल बता रहा हूँ, स्पेस टेक हो गया, रेलवेज़ के जो टेक के रिक्वायरमेंट, ये सर प्योर टेक है। एक्सपीरियंस आपको हेल्प करेगा, बट एक्सपीरियंस बॉटलनेक नहीं है। आप समझ गए, कुछ चीज़ें होती है आप एक्सपीरियंस में सीखते हैं, जैसे फिनेंस हो गया, ट्रेडिंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट में बहुत चीज़ें आप थ्योरेटिकल सीख लीजिएगा, लेकिन बहुत चीज़ें एक्सपीरियंस से आएगी। इसमें क्या है कि एक्सपीरियंस रोल लेगा, बट इतना नहीं लेगा। इनफैक्ट इसमें तो ये है कि जितना फ्रेश टैलेंट आएगा और जितना टेक में एडवांस रहेगा, वो ज़्यादा और अलग तरीके से सोचेगा
और नया
सॉल्व करेगा।
बनाएगा।
तो अगर आप अभी हैं तो 3-4 दोस्त मिलके कुछ अच्छा क्रैक कीजिए। मेरा बहुत बड़ा सोच है, जिसमें लगता है कि हम लोग जिस एरा में काम किए, हम लोग ने बहुत डिसरप्टिव काम नहीं किया। अभी मैंने शुरू किया है 3 साल पहले, हम लोग एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहे थे, कन्वीनियंस सॉल्व कर रहे थे, क्योंकि उस समय ज़रूरत भी थी। डिसरप्टिव मैंने देखा, जैसे विदेश से बहुत सोल्यूशन आते हैं जो हम लोग यूज़ कर रहे हैं, है ना, वो इंडिया में क्यों नहीं हो सकता। तो हमारा भी एक ट्रांजैक्शन है। हम लोग ज़्यादातर जो स्टार्टअप आप देखेंगे वो एक ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म का कॉपी है। जैसे मैं फैशन ई कॉमर्स का ही ले लेता हूँ, पहला ही थोड़ी था मैं, विदेश में बहुत कंपनीज थी, ज़ैपोस यूएस में थी, एसोस यूरोप में थी, है ना, यहाँ भी रेलेवेंस था, बना दिया। अब समय ऐसा है कि आप लोग फर्स्ट मूवर हो सकते हैं। हमारे कंट्री स्टेज पे है, पूरे वर्ल्ड में इंडिया का एक मापदंड बन चुका है, लोग अप्रिशिएट कर रहे हैं। सोच क्यों ना बढ़ाएं, अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ और दिमाग से तेज हैं। हाँ। आप यंगस्टर से मिलिए, एआई हो गया या डीप टेक हो गया है, हमारी महत्वाकांक्षा वैसी होनी चाहिए। और इन्वेस्टर पहले क्या था इंडिया में, आप इतना ऊपर सोच लेंगे कोई पैसे नहीं देगा। अब वो मापदंड भी बदल गया है। तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ आप लोग सोच बदलिए और एक अलग लेवल पे हो जाएगा। मैं अपने ही दोस्त की बात करता हूँ, डीसी से ही है, उन्होंने 5-6 साल पहले एक ड्राइवरलेस कार के लिए चिप बनाया था, जिसमें आपका रडार टेक्नोलॉजी और फोटोग्राफी दोनों को एक ही चिप में लाने की कोशिश की गई थी, इमेज की। पहली बार हो रहा था विश्व में, और वो लोग वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट टीम थे, बैंगलोर बेस्ड है। उनको एक जापानीज़ कंपनी ने एक्वायर भी कर लिया। अब वो देखिए वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट मूवर थे, बट उनका बैंगलोर में प्रेजेंस होने के कारण उनके कस्टमर्स कहाँ हैं, ज़्यादातर ऑटोमोटिव यूएस में है, तो उनका प्रेजेंस यूएस में रहना ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट हो गया। तो उन्होंने ये भी सोचा कि भाई अपनी टीम वहाँ बनाएंगे। बट ये एग्जाम्पल क्यों दे रहा हूँ मैं कि ऑलरेडी कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स देखे जा रहे हैं, सक्सेस भी देखे जा रहे हैं, एग्जिट भी मिल गया। अब पहला बंदा उतना इजी पाथ नहीं लेगा, लेकिन अब आप लोग फॉलो करेंगे और कुछ डिसरप्टिव सोचेंगे और होने लगा। मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा कि मैं ये ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ कि हो ही नहीं रहा, करो, हो रहा है। मैं बोल रहा हूँ और लोग इस तरह से सोचो और बड़ा करो। पहले हम लोग जब स्टार्टअप करते थे ना, तो ज़्यादातर क्या बात होती थी, उस कंट्री में देखो क्या नया चल रहा है, इस कंट्री में क्या चल रहा है, इंडिया, उसको हम रेप्लिकेट करते हैं। मैं बोला अब ऐसा कुछ करो ना, यहाँ से रेप्लिकेट हो। और उसका दूसरा बहुत बड़ा एग्जांपल दूंगा, जिस गवर्नमेंट का इनिशिएटिव है यूपीआई। यूपीआई अब इंडिया में जो हुआ है, पूरा फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन चेंज कर दिया। नया आइडिया है ना, और ग्लोबल मापदंड है। मास्टर, वीज़ा, इस तरह के प्लेटफॉर्म, पेपैल, इस तरह का प्लेटफॉर्म है वो, और ग्लोबल हो सकता है, और पूरे भारत का ट्रांजैक्शन चेंज कर दिया। किसी ने तो सोचा। तो जब रेगुलेटरी फार अहेड जो सब बोलते हैं गवर्नमेंट इज स्लो और ये है, वहाँ पे जब इतनी बड़ी शिफ्ट है चेंजिंग में, तो हमारे फाउंडर्स में भी होनी चाहिए, और हो चुकी है। मैं बोल रहा हूँ और अग्रेसिवली करिए। अभी दूसरा इसी पे एक है ONDC करके, है ना, वो भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो वो भी बहुत बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट है। तो टेक अवे एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए ये है कि आप लोग कॉलेज में तो एटलीस्ट एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन के साथ कीजिए, बट सिंसियरिटी से कीजिए, वरना रिजल्ट आएगा नहीं, आप देख नहीं पाएंगे। इसका थोड़ा एक और एग्जांपल है, क्योंकि एक इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है। इसी कॉलेज का एक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट हैं, मेरे जूनियर हैं, उनका यूएस में एक बहुत ही अच्छे रेप्यूटेड इंस्टीट्यूट से MBA का कॉल है, और मैं उनके साथ काफ़ी इंटरेक्ट करता था, क्योंकि टेक्निकली बहुत साउंड और एडवांस्ड है। तो बात में मैं बोला कि यूएस जाने से अच्छा है कि इस तरह के एक दो आइडियाज़ हैं, अभी तक कहीं स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, तुम लोग करके देखो। उसके मन में ऐसे कुछ चलता रहता था। तो ये उस समय की बात है जब ChatGPT वगैरह पॉपुलर नहीं हुआ था। तो AI से रिलेटेड आइडिया था, फिनेंस में रिलेटेड। तो हमारी बात हुई, तो मैंने उसको बोला, जैसे अभी बता रहा हूँ स्टूडेंट को, हम लोग आमने सामने नहीं बैठे हैं, बट मैं एज्यूम कर रहा हूँ कि गैदरिंग बड़ी है, बट ऐसे ही बैठे हैं। तो बातचीत में मैंने उसको बोला, तुम्हारा रिस्क क्या है? तुम्हें MBA मिल गया, तुम्हें MBA करना है, करियर प्रोग्रेस हो जाएगा, टेकी तुम हो ही, 1 साल का सबैटिकल मिल जाएगा, 1 साल का सबैटिकल ले लो, यही तो रिस्क है ना। मान लेते हैं मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ और जो कह रहा हूँ नहीं होगा, तो तुम्हारा रिस्क है कि MBA और ये चला जाएगा। तो मैं बोला, देखो सीखने को बहुत मिलेगा, 1 साल में फेल हो गए आइडिया पे, MBA फिर भी मिल जाएगा, 1 साल का सबैटिकल दे देते हैं, तुम ले लो और इस आइडिया पे काम करो। अगर आइडिया वर्क किया और तुम स्मार्ट हो तो तुम खुद नहीं जाओगे। ठीक है, ऐसे शुरू हुआ ये। उसने बनाया। एक्चुअली अगर आप AI देखें तो हम भविष्य बताने की मशीन बनाने लगे। हाँ, अब 3 महीने में रिजल्ट देगा, 6 महीने में वो कन्विंस हो गया। इस बात को आज 5वां साल है। वो कंपनी बन गई और बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट देने लगी। वो नहीं गया US, अब वो उसमें फुल्ली डेडिकेटेड है। उसमें वो कहीं इन्वेस्टर के पास भी नहीं गया, इन्वेस्टर्स के पास आ गए,
ऑफ कोर्स,
है ना। तो मैं बोलो ये एक एक्सपेरिमेंट की तरह उसने स्टार्ट किया। उसी तरह मैं सबको बोल रहा हूँ कि आप अपना रिस्क देख लो ना, कोशिश करो। अब मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ 100 में हो सकता है केवल 10 लोगों को ये सक्सेस मिलेगा, बट 100 लोग ट्राई तो करो। नुकसान क्या है, हारोगे क्या? कैंपस प्लेसमेंट बैठ ही जाओगे, नौकरी जो चाहिए वो लगी जाएगी। बट इसमें से कुछ भी चल गया, 2 साल बहुत टाइम है। मैं तो बताया 1 साल में किया हमने, 2 साल बहुत टाइम है, खास करके टेक से रिलेटेड, और हम इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में बात कर रहे हैं। तो बहुत कुछ किया जा सकता है, और ये अंदर एक एस्पिरेशन या आग बोली है, अगर आप में है तो उसको थोड़ा हवा दीजिए और कुछ अच्छा बन जाएगा। तो मैं तो बहुत स्ट्रांगली इनकरेज करता हूँ। और दूसरा, मैं ये नहीं बोलता कि यार सबको ही करो, पहले रिफ्लेक्ट करो। यही एकमात्र वे नहीं है जॉब में भी कोई बुराई नहीं है. मैंने बस ये चूज़ इसलिए किया क्योंकि मैंने अपना असेसमेंट जो देखा, मुझे लगा ये बेटर है. टाइम आपको ज़्यादा देता है, अपना टाइम दे देता है, प्रेशर ज़्यादा है, वेल्थ ज़्यादा क्रिएट कर देता है, डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम है, वेल्थ है. अगर आपको फेम पसंद है, मतलब मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा मुझे नापसंद है, बट मैं ड्रिवन नहीं हूँ फेम से. पर बहुत लोग हैं कि लोग जाने, खास करके करंट जनरेशन, रील मिलियन व्यूज़. तो अगर ये है तो उसके लिए भी बहुत अच्छा है. अभी ग्लैमराइज्ड है. आप बताइए, आप फाउंडर, आप सक्सेसफुल हैं, तो वो भी एक अच्छा पॉपुलैरिटी और फेम का कॉन्सेप्ट है.
So, lastly, in conclusion, what message would you like to give to our young students who wants to make a difference, whether in the leadership role or as a startup founder or in the space of innovation, anything they want to do?
My suggestion would be, don't be too tight in terms of your dreams. I explained a lot on entrepreneurship, but there are multiple career and opportunities. And what is more relevant is to know what suits you the best. That's message one. Message two, these are formative years. Many a times you yourself don't know what you really want from life, which is okay. But then don't keep holding. Either you go and follow someone who you are inspired by, or you take your call based on that context and that time, what you think is best suited for you. Might not be the right answer. In few years you will realize and you will change but you cannot be stuck there. Third message is, when you start growing old, you realize what you recall or remember most is the time you spent with your friends and you did things out or beyond academics. Success, certification is already part of your CV. Create some memories which are imprinted in your mind. Probably you don't want to share on CV, but let's create that while you are in college, because once you are out of college, corporate world, etc., those connections and those time and those innocence, and the last part, relationship without any transaction, will become very rare. Today friends are generally not built based on certain transaction, I want a job from you or an investment. So these things, I will not say become zero, but will significantly reduce. So while you are working for your future, don't miss on living life. Experience that as well. But don't go to that extreme that it destroys your future and career. So find your fun, find your balance, and most important, find your fire within.
Yeah.
That's the message from me.
Great.
And please excuse me for my voice. I had to travel, so this was the only time I could fit into this podcast.
No, you're great. I think I agree with you, and personally I feel that the irony is that we don't realize the importance of college life while we are in college.
Yeah.
We realize it much later, 10 years later, 15 years later, when we are a bit older.
Correct.
We don't realize how important is it to make memories, to create memories, to make friends, where there is no it's without any transaction, as
Correct.
you said.
Yeah.
So it's the most important. I very much agree with you. So now a quick rapid fire round.
Absolutely. My rapid round will also have explanatory answers. So
so like a one word or two word or a single sentence answers.
2 sentences. Given that I am getting verbose nowadays.
So one book that changed the way you think.
So not one book.
Okay.
I think I got greatly inspired by the volume of books from Swami Vivekananda.
Okay.
And why I said not one book, because see, that thinking will incline you towards a lot of spirituality and exploration. So always try to read diverse set of books so that your perspective and life is balanced. So if I am suggesting you to read book on capitalism, one should also read book on communism. Why? Because those also have certain traits that if you can build in capitalism, you will have more happening and fulfilled life. So take away one is from spiritual side Bhagavad Gita and Swami Vivekananda, and on materialistic side there are many books, but initial trigger of creating wealth came from Ayn Rand book, We the Living Fountainhead. This I read during college time. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you read Bhagavad Gita also during
college time. Yeah.
Great. The best piece of advice you ever received, and who gave it?
The best piece of advice was more that success with speed might not always be sustainable. So create foundation and strategy to ensure stability in long term. So that was one. Second, as I had shared earlier, in terms of managing your team, I have got two strategies. Both are.
Yeah. All right. A startup you wish you had founded besides Jabong or any other startup you have done so far. Any startup you wish you had founded?
I think OpenAI or space. These two areas, I think.
All right. Great. Yeah, it's going to change the world. OpenAI. Yeah. One lesson from college that still stays with you?
Friends are important.
True. If you could go back and give one piece of advice to your 21-year-old self, what would it be?
I could have started earlier in terms of starting my own venture.
Okay.
I was slightly more calibrated and risk averse.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Great.
No major learnings though.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. And
Thank
it was fun interacting with you. Thank you for taking your time out and coming over and interacting with us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for hosting me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching us.